People go through a lot of diets, and many of those diets fail in helping them to lose weight. But if you just go to the scientific way, or the very basic way by which weight loss actually started, you can lose a lot of weight. Even if you're not good at maths, even if you just know simple counting, you can do really good at weight loss. And you just need your phone or a basic calculator and some simple maths, and you can actually lose a lot of weight in the process. You will do exceptionally well if you get through these basic points, rather than just doing some fad diets or going through, starvation and potentially putting your body at a risk of malnutrition. If you just focus on the basics and count your calories and count how much deficit you actually need to be in. So let's get to the basics of weight loss. The first thing you need to do is you need to go and check your weight. You need to do it fasting on an empty stomach in the morning. So if you have not eaten anything for like 16 hours, you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is you go to the washroom, you get done with your business, and then you get on that weight machine and check your weight. So the first point is check your weight first thing in the morning after getting through the toilet. So I'll just fill these things out just to make you have an idea of how you can actually do it for yourself and design a mathematical weight loss plan for yourself in just 2 to 3 minutes. So now that you know your body weight, for example, you have a body weight of about 80 kgs. The next thing you need to do is to check your basal metabolic rate. And to check your basal metabolic rate, you can just do a Google search. So now that we've got a basal metabolic rate, for example, your weight is 80 kgs and you're not doing exercise, you're just sedentary, or you do very light physical activity a day. So now the calories you burn doing nothing, just sitting down all day, is your basal metabolic rate. So your basal metabolic rate for the corresponding amount of body weight would actually be around, let's say, 2100 calories. So 2100 calories is your basal metabolic rate. If you do any physical activity at all, you need to add your physical activity into your basal metabolic rate. So for example, you go for a walk, for about an hour walk, and you burn around 300 calories. So let's add 300 calories to the current BMR, or your basal metabolic rate. So now your actual calories that you burn throughout a day, including your basal metabolic rate and your physical activity, is around 2400 calories. That is around 2400 calories. This is the amount of calories you burn in a regular day. So for example, you want to lose around 5 kgs of weight. Maybe you have your brother's wedding coming up. Maybe you have your sister's birthday coming up. Whatever the case, you want to lose about 5 kgs, and you want to know a specific time period in which you will easily be able to lose those 5 kgs. So your goal weight would be 75 kgs. So you are actually about 5 kgs heavier from your goal weight. Now what you need to do is you need to lose about 5 kgs or 10 pounds before that even comes up. Let's see how much calories you can burn in how much time. So in about a pound of fat, that is about 450 grams of fat, the calories would be around 3600, and sometimes they even go up to around 3800. These are the amount of calories you need to burn to actually reduce your body weight by about 1 pound. Now put this thing in mind that all the calories that you burn would not be fat calories. Some of that would be your body water, some of that would be protein, some of that would be some tissues, some of that would be damaged muscles, some of that would be the actual fat that you are targeting. So you cannot lose a specific portion of fat, or you cannot lose a specific macro through your body. This is a rough estimate of how much calories you actually need to burn to reduce your body fat by about 1 pound. So for example, you have around 10 weeks till the event comes up. So you have 10 weeks to lose about 10 pounds of body fat, or about 5 kgs, to achieve your goal weight, which is 75 kgs. the next thing you need to do is actually to calculate the calories that you need to burn, or the deficit that you need to be in, so that you can actually lose around 1 pound per week, so that in a period of 10 weeks you can lose those 10 pounds or 5 kgs. Now that you've known that there are around 3600 calories in a pound of fat, let's see how much you can put your body deficit in a day. So for example, you divide 3600 by 7. That comes to around 515 calories. That's a rough estimate. I'm not really good at maths. That's why I chose medical sciences, by the way. And so this is just a rough estimate that just popped in my mind. So this is the amount of calories that you would actually need to be in a deficit per day, so that you can burn around 1 pound of fat in a week. Let's see how that actually adds up. Now, for example, you are in a 515 calorie deficit per day, okay, and that is around 7 times a week. So you are in deficit of 515 daily. That would be a deficit of about 3600 calories per week. So in a week you are in a deficit of about 3600. That means you are actually losing the equivalent amount of calories that is required to lose 1 pound of body fat from your body. So now you will be losing around 1 pound of fat per week. If you want to speed up your process, for example, if you want to lose around 2 pounds per week, well, that's possible. And you could actually twice your deficit in a day. For example, you would burn, or you would be in a deficit of about 1030 calories per day, 7 times a week, and that would twice the amount of calorie deficit. And that would twice the amount of fat burn, but I would actually not recommend that. Losing fat really fast has really bad effects on your overall health. For example, it can cause hair loss. In worst cases, it can even cause hydronephrosis, when your kidneys, they droop down because the fat that's holding the kidney loosens up, your kidneys go down, and the urine builds up in your kidney. That's not good. You can even go into malnutrition states, even steatorrhea, and many other diseases. So be sure that you're losing a sustainable amount, or a healthy amount of fat per week. I would say a pound is safe, but it's on the higher end. I would recommend about half a pound or a quarter pound per week weight loss for better results and for a sustainable weight loss journey that has no deleterious effects on your health. So now that you've calculated how much pounds you lose in a week, let's see how much you lose in a month. So a month has around 4 weeks. So you'll be losing about 4 pounds, or about 2 kgs per month. Well, your goal was to lose 5 kgs, right? 2 kgs in a month. That means you need about 2.5 months, or around 10 weeks, to lose those 10 pounds. This is really the backbone of weight loss. Calories in, calories out. Remember that. If you are going to the gym, burning 4,000 calories, or doing whatever starvation diet, but if you are not counting your calories, or if you are putting in more, even going to the gym won't help you if your nutrition is not good. 90% of weight loss happens in the kitchen. Only 10% happens in the gym. Your BMR is the major portion of the calories you burn in a day. Your physical activity is not the major portion. It's less than 30%. Sometimes, in most cases, even less than 20%. So you need to know that bodies, and great bodies, are made in the kitchen and not in the gym. So that function, or that event, was in 10 weeks. You lost 10 pounds because you were in a calorie deficit of about 515 calories. Your body was burning 2,400 calories, so you started consuming 515 calories less. So that means your intake calories would be 1885 per day. That is really achievable. And forgive my math, by the way. If you find any error, let me know in the comments. But this actually shows you that you do not need to be really good at maths to do this. You just need to know the basics. You need to have a calculator that's in your phone, or any calculator would do, and you can just calculate the amount of calories you need to put in your body. The calories you are burning, the calories you're putting in your body, the calories that you are actually in a deficit per day, the calories you are in a deficit per week, the calories that you are in a deficit per month, the weight loss per week, the weight loss per month, the weight loss you are actually thinking of. And that's how you lose weight, by a scientific and a mathematical process. But what if you want to maintain your body at the 75 kg goal weight? That's really easy too. You need to calculate your basal metabolic rate for your 7500 kg body. For example, that turns out to be 1900 calories. So 1900 calories is a basal metabolic rate for, let's say, 75 kg weight. And you are doing about 200 calories of physical activity per day. 200 plus 1900 would be 2100. So to maintain your weight at the 75 kg goal, you need to maintain your daily intake of about 2500 calories. If you want to increase your weight, if you want to bulk up, for example, many bodybuilders, they actually go through a bulking season and through a cutting season. In the bulking season, they gain weight because they eat excess calories, and in the cutting season, they lose weight because they drop down their calorie intake, especially their carbs. So if you want to increase your weight, you would want to increase your calories, let's say 2400. And if you want to lose even more weight, get to a lower number, let's say 70 kgs, you would go into a calorie deficit, for example, let's say, of about 1800 calories, less than the 2100 BMR plus the physical activity. I hope this video really helps you out and makes you think again of how fat loss or weight loss actually works. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and send this video to anyone who would find this helpful. Thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye.